Peace, family. And this is continuation of the based on the law of one, the raw material, based on how to find balancing ourselves. How does an individual go about balancing the himself or herself? So we talked about the first step is to understand the energy centers, right? And I did a video before where I talked about the first three energy centers, which were the root chakra, and I also talked about the solar plexus. I also talked about the sacral chakra. The three chakras were key and balancing them, removing blockages. And we all know that blockages come from all kinds, from all sorts of ways. So there's not a specific way, but they must be balanced. So after that, chakra number 4 would be the heart. The color for that is the green ray of the spectrum, and it's really the what takes us to the level of universal love and compassion. It's very important. If we have a hard time with this chakra, that means we lack love and compassion for ourselves and for others, for the animals, for the plants, for the universe at large, for all galaxies. If we have a blockage in that, so one of the ways to clear those blockages is to meditate and fuel the energy center with a green light of love, forgiveness, green light of love and forgiveness during meditation, and let it sit there for a while and empty the mind, silent the mind to clear out the heart chakra. And now, if we were to proceed further into the next chakra, which is the throat chakra, this chakra is the blue ray of the spectrum, the color blue, and this chakra is all about outgoing, because I'm outspoken and pouring, taking in information and putting out information. And when it's black, by the way, we have a different. I think I mentioned that before, but the chakras are so important. If I'm repeating myself, I don't mind. They are so important for us to understand, because it's our key pathway to higher spiritual evolution is to unblock our energy centers. Otherwise, we can't take in energy. So all this energy that's coming down right now, if our chakra centers are not clear, we can't take them in, because we get sick. A lot of people are getting sick because they can't take all this energy that are coming down on us from the celestial realms. And so this is the purpose of me doing all these videos on the chakras. So the 12th chakra, when it's blocked, we have blockages in the 12th chakra. We have difficulty dealing with our mind and our spirit. We have difficulty expressing our understanding of ourselves. We have a hard time understanding what we are, what we want, what we desire, who and what we are, and we have difficulties in accepting communication, not only from ourselves, but also from others. We have whatever other people are saying, we really may not want to hear it. We have a difficulty accepting, seeing the truth in what's being said, or not seeing the truth, or we have a difficulty in communication that is taking in communication from others and putting out communication from ourselves, expressing ourselves to the world, to our loved ones or to wherever, but overall expressing ourselves and taking in the expressions of others into ourselves. So basically, we have problem with incoming and outpouring. That's the important to clear that one. Remember, we're gonna be using the green light. We fuel the light with love and forgiveness to fuel that light into the 12th chakra to clear it up. And then the one after that would be the pineal gland, with the pineal air. That's the pineal center, which is basically the color indigo. It's the indigo ray of the spectrum, right? And then this one is where a lot of information is coming in. It's the central area where all work that revolves around the spirit realm. That's where the work comes in. Anybody who wants to get into tap into spirituality in all aspects, this chakra is the central area for that, where it starts to occur. This is where transformation, or what you say perhaps, you start third density to fourth density. In other words, this chakra is the pathway that starts to the spiritual work of third density into evolving into fourth density from a planet Earth, with planet Earth. That's basically what that chakra is. The pineal gland. That's the pineal gland area. It's the seat. Some people call it the seat of the soul, but I can't vouch to that. But I do know that is key in terms of being able to pursue your spiritual purpose here, because we all came here for a spiritual purpose. That is our purpose. It may not seem to be spiritual, but it is for a spiritual purpose. And then the other one that I would have to mention that I forgot, like I said, the gateway to spirituality, to infinite energy, infinite intelligence is the area of the pineal gland. So if that's blocked, that needs to be filled with the light, the indigo bright light. But usually, if that's blocked, that means we have to call back to the lower chakras to find out if there's a block in the other ones first before we start clearing up the pineal gland area chakra. And the last one, that would be the seventh chakra. It's really not considered a chakra. It's a chakra that's still on its own. It's basically it's like it's balance order. It doesn't really have to be with balance or balance. It's basically the energy center, your energy level. If you're balanced, it shows up there. And the crown chakra, which is it has no color. If you're balanced, it will reflect that. That's the level of your energy. If we are not balanced, it reflects that to our crown chakra. And if we are balanced to our crown chakra, we feel it, because like I said, all the other other things I've mentioned in those videos are not present. So we feel that, and we are able to have a stronger relationship with the law of one, with the universal self, the universal creator, the relationship between ourselves and our brothers and sisters. We don't see each other as skin colors. We don't see each other as how much money we have in the bank. We don't see each other based on titles. We see each other based on ourselves. We see ourselves in everything, in every object even as well, because we see the universal creator in everything. That's basically what that means. So there's no way of clearing the crown chakra, because once the other 6 chakras are clear, the crown chakra is a clear balance or an imbalance of the other chakras that I have mentioned in the videos. And I'm hoping it makes sense. Now, I mentioned in the fact that the way to balance and to remove blocks from the chakra is to fuse the chakras with the light of forgiveness. Like I said, the light could be white light or golden light, or it could be the color or that specific color for that chakra. So if you wanted to do advanced treatment for your chakras, we could use a specific color of that chakra. Say for example, a person that have been sexually abused, for example, would consider using the color chakra for the root chakra, and fuse that with the light of the earth, right? Imagine the light. Basically, energy coming in from the earth is piercing through every chakra. It's removing the debris, and then moving to the next chakra, removing the debris, and continue. So basically there's a light, a huge column of light that permeates at every chakra, every energy point. Each time it gets to one, it continues until it gets to the crown chakra. When it gets to the crown chakra, it just blooms, it blossoms. That's basically what, and if somebody, let's say, the reason that's very important to take the time and do the chakra, one of the signs that tells us that the chakra is in trouble, our chakras are blocked a little bit, is that we have a hard time sitting in meditation. When we have a hard time meditating, we have a hard time praying, or we have a hard time, sitting still and contemplating. Usually it's a sign that our chakras are off balance. So we need to spend a little time and working on our chakras. Sometimes it just needs a couple of sessions of a white light of love and forgiveness being infused into each chakra during a sitting of meditation. And sometimes it takes repeated work, but repeated session. But it's something that only we can do for ourselves. No one can do it for us. Even if a person says, we will teach you, no, there's no way of learning how to do it. The only way to do it, like I said, is one of the ones I presented, is to fuel them with light, the light of love and forgiveness. The reason our chakras are blocked is because we don't forgive. When we are hurt, I know it's hard, for example, it's hard to forgive if you've been raped, or if you've been raped or sexually molested, or broken heart, or I don't know, we've been emotionally traumatized, or we've been we've been made fun at when we try to speak, when we try to express ourselves, we've been made fun at, or things like that. So when we act like we don't show, when we act humble, people might see that we might not be weak. We might be weak. We might not have enough, we don't have enough ego. So there are a lot of reasons why our chakras are blocked. But the most important part is to forgive. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you were made fun at when you were a kid a lot at school, you were bullied a lot, and you might, that might make us feel like we don't have enough power. So then maybe as we get older, we build some type of an ego that we don't want to let go of. And as a result, that could be a problem in itself. So one of the best way to clear the chakras, in my opinion, I mean that I know of based on my studies and research, is through forgiveness. That's the reason, and love. That's the reason the light that we infuse. I have a child here with me. Forgive them. Well, not really me as a child. So one of the reason the light is forgiveness, because as we forgive ourselves. One of the easiest way to release karma is to forgiveness. We forgive ourselves. We forgive others. So if someone have hurt us, someone has hurt you, or has hurt one of us, individually speaking, we forgive them. And by forgiving them, we're forgiving the universal creator, and we're forgiving ourselves. We go back to unity, because basically allowing a person to hurt you and allowing the person to rob you of your inner peace, of your unity, is doing ourselves a disfavor. So we have to find a way to there is a lesson that we came to learn. We accepted this particular trauma from that particular person or group, and we sign up for that. To be honest with you, it's kind of weird, but it's a universal fact. But we have to forgive, because it's part of our lessons. If we don't forgive, and we turn it hurts our chakra, our energy center. So therefore we are not able to communicate energetically with the universe, with the higher vibrational beings. And also, if we don't forgive, what happens is that we block our contact with the universal creator. We block our contact with ourselves. We are basically in a total chaos, inner chaos with ourselves. So inner conflict. So it's very, very important that we forgive. That's the reason I prefer to infuse each chakra with the light of love, unconditional love, and forgiveness. That is very important, because through forgiveness we find freedom. And because if we forgive a person who's done us wrong, we forgive ourselves. Because if we agree to the fact that in everybody there is us, and the creator is in every one of us, the creator is in everyone, so therefore we have to find a way to forgive everyone. It is important. If we cannot do this, like I said, I'm not imposing my beliefs on anyone. No one is, please do not think, I'm not infringing myself on anyone's beliefs. I'm just basically sharing what I know. And a lot of people are charging money for these videos. I don't, because I feel like I learned, there's a reason the universe taught me all these things, and the least I can do is to share them for free with others. And that's why I'm doing those videos. Like I said, this is not to impose myself on anyone's beliefs, and not to infringe on your free choice and your free will. It is simply to share what I've learned through many different divine pathways and the blessings of the universe. Thank you. And like, I'm just another student like the rest of everybody else, and I'm here to learn and share. Until then, I love you. I wish you the very best. Peace, love, and light. Forgiveness.